Alright guys, welcome back to Sonic Heroes. Last time we met in Sonic Heroes, we finished up Team Dark's side of the story. It was a relatively smooth adventure. I think I had a few E ranks and D ranks, but we actually had a pretty good streak of A ranks towards the second half, but that doesn't matter now. We have one last story before we can tackle the final story. And also, we do have all 7 of the Chaos Emeralds, courtesy of Team Rose over here. So, let's get started with the last story, Team Chaotix.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's go.
So, looking back at the footage, I was thinking about this earlier. I feel like Sonic Heroes was originally going to have the stories unlock as you progressed, but I guess they changed it or something? Because you start off, I think I think the intended order is you start off with Team Sonic, and then, you first encounter Team Rose. That would be like when you unlock them for the first time, kind of similar back to Sonic Adventure 1. And then at the later part of the game, you encounter Team Dark, which would probably unlock them, and then you wouldn't unlock Team Chaotix until you either went to Team Rose's story and did, Frog Forest and Lost Jungle, or you would do Team Dark and get to Grand Metropolis. It was just your choice. Because Sonic Adventure did that back in like when you encountered a character, you unlocked that respective character's story. But here they don't do that. But okay, that's besides the point. So let's talk about what Team Chaotix's story brings to the table. So you saw that mission title on there. So, this person on the walkie-talkie, spoiler alert, it's Eggman. I'm not even going to play around this time. It is Eggman. There's no point even trying to hide it. So, Dr. Eggman hired Team Chaotix to do stuff. Basically, all of Team Chaotix's missions are literal missions. You have to find a certain amount of an object. You have to do a certain constraint to finish the level. Think of it like back in Sonic Adventure, when you started getting A ranks, when you wanted to start 100%ing the game. When you wanted to start getting A ranks for the emblems and stuff like that, you had to complete the stage with like certain criteria first. Like you had to get 100 rings, or you had to get you have to beat the level within a certain time limit. Here, it's not particularly like that, because in this case, we're looking for 10 freaking hermit crabs instead. So, Team Chaotix can either be your fastest story or your longest story, depending on what you do here. Oh, right. Espio doesn't have the light dash. So, like Team Rose, there are abilities that, Team Chaotix does not have. For example, Espio does not have a light dash, as I just demonstrated.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Thank you. I'll take the lead.
But also, Team Chaotix plays more like Team Rose, Okay, I think I want to go power on this one.
Direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and B button to cancel when in power formation. Change the cannon direction with the control stick.
Let's go.
I'll take the lead.
So yeah, in this case, we're looking for hermit crabs. It's a little... Oh, I just killed that hermit crab.
Here we go. Let's go.
Now, sometimes the mission is sort of like get to the goal ring-esque. It's like, find this one version of an item that's at a set point. Like, the next level is like that with Ocean Palace.
Let's go.
Team Chaotix, though, is unfortunately my least favorite of the stories. I know that may sound crazy. Actually, I don't think I'm the only person in this sort of argument, because I'm just not a big fan of their mission structure. And there's also just specific missions. Like, there's also specific missions that I'm just not a fan of, and it's like Grand Metropolis is kill every robot in the city, or frog forests get through the mission without getting detected by the frogs, or egg fleets don't get detected at all. You know, you know, to some people, you know, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But to me, it is just more of an ordeal. I don't know why. Could have just done the Charmy's thing. So Charmy actually does have an exclusive ability. You can tap the B button next to these flowers, and they open up, and you can warp to different places.
Here we go.
So similar to, so Charmy is the only flight character who has this ability, as far as I'm aware. I don't think Tails would ever use.
Charmy, we'll leave the flying enemies to you. Use thunder shoot.
But earlier I accidentally did Espio's tornado attack because I thought that he had the light dash. Espio's tornado attack is a little different in more ways than one. Yes, it is very much like Amy's.
I think we can move these ruins.
Very much like Amy's in terms of, you know, the fact that he stays stationary, but he also turns invisible, and you're going to be using that in later stages. But when you turn invisible, you leave your teammates behind, and you can't be detected by enemies or take damage from certain hazards, like laser gates and stuff like that. So Espio will be very useful.
No complaints.
Alright, that's not too bad. Not a bad start. I think I probably passed a few hermit crabs anyway. Yay, 50 emblems! I forget how many emblems there are in this game. I don't remember 100%ing it. Not that it matters to me, but I mean, oh, I got the key? Oh, okay. I'll do that then.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I have no idea what was the idea behind the decision to make Team Chaotix mission-based. I legitimately don't know. Like, it's just like, it's such a weird minor thing, I know. I mean, well, you do have to do the story anyway to beat the game, like,
Let's go. Here we go. Let's go. Spirits unite.
you have no choice to do this. You have to do this story. So I do wonder why they made every other story, you know, a different stage length or stage difficulty, but just made Team Chaotix do the same stages, just mission-based this time. I guess for the sake of variety, which would make sense, but then why didn't they do anything with Team Dark or Team Sonic, and in terms of just, you know, simply not making the stages longer? This is why I don't like Sonic Heroes, because you go through the same exact stages in the same exact order 4 times. Like, Sonic Heroes is just not my favorite to come back to, because if you want to beat the game with the final story and all that, you have to do all 4 stories. You can literally, you know, use a completed save file and just play Team Sonic story, and then the final story. That is totally up to you.
Roger.
But I just feel that all of that is just... having the same game 4 times is just ridiculous. I have no problem with it. It's not the end of the world to me. It's just like... I kind of wish there was a little more variety. Hell, just switching the level rotations around. You know, maybe have everyone start off in Seaside Hill and end at Egg Fleet. That'd be fine, but like, you know, maybe... And you know, obviously if you want the characters to meet up at certain points, like in Frog Forest and all that, you could have changed the environments. Like maybe have Team Dark meet up in Team Dark and Team Sonic meet up in Hang Castle, and like that's Team Dark's like final like second to last stage, and Team Sonic's second to last stage. Or you know, Team Rose meets up and Team Chaotix meet up in Seaside Hill. It's Team Rose's first stage, but it's also Team Chaotix's first stage. You know, a little variety would have helped, but... And then, you know, you can have a little more room to breathe in terms of, you know, say, instead of going to Rail Canyon after Casino Park. Maybe you go to Casino Park after Rail Canyon, or something like that. It's just a small thing, I know, but yeah. Like, I'm not saying that in terms of level design, I think Sonic Heroes is inferior or anything like that. In fact, I think Sonic Heroes is a really greatly designed game in terms of what it can... in terms of level design. It is very combat-oriented this time around, as you probably noticed with Team Dark's story especially. I never really made any complaints about it because it never really bothered me, because there is a way to make your character stronger.
Let's stop wasting time and keep moving. Good. Here we go.
Like, there is a way to make your character stronger with the level up system. Does this feel? Yep, okay. I honestly, he is a ninja. Why wouldn't he have? Espio, you failure. You're fired.
You can travel far distances by moving around using the bubble to glide.
There are treasures that can only be obtained by using this trick.
So, a minute ago, I mentioned, you know, the fact that
Let's go.
there are times where the Chaotix just has to get to the goal ring, or the pseudo goal ring. In this case, this is a pseudo goal ring where we have to get to a Chao that's hidden. No, it's not Chocola Chao or anything like that. It's just a regular Chao.
Let's go. Guess we'll have Charmy do this.
Here we go.
They probably should have made the ceiling a little higher, but that's just me. Gee. Yeah, so that's
Let's go.
yeah, so that's what Team Chaotix's Team Blast is, and their after effect is you get rings after every enemy you kill, meaning that you could theoretically get a lot of rings right after. Oh, there it is. That you can get a bunch of rings right after you finish up. I just like fist. I just like pounded it with my fist there. I saw that. I don't think I got the key, so we're good. Doesn't matter. I'm not gonna go for the keys anymore because I already have all the Chaos Emeralds. You get nothing for getting them with all 14s. Excuse me. So I think they actually intended for you to get 2 of the Chaos Emeralds with every team, except for one of them you would only get 1. Yeah, you know, you get 6 of them, you get 2 per team. I think that's what they wanted you to do, but again, they didn't stop you from saying, hey, you can get all 7 Chaos Emeralds with Team Rose. Though it doesn't make sense in the final story because every team pulls out a Chaos Emerald during the final battle, so I don't know where they're getting all the Chaos Emeralds.
With my army? Sorry, just part of the job.
That's the evil genius, Dr. Eggman.
No, that's a TV show. A really TV show. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I've watched bits and pieces of Doctor Who. I've never been interested. By the way, the game also doesn't really do a good job of hiding the fact that the person that hired Team Chaotix is Eggman, because there are gonna be cutscenes later on where he's like Vector insults Eggman, and the person on the walkie-talkie freaks out. That's because it's. This will probably work. Hey, I should have just done this. By the way, don't worry about, I didn't mention this earlier, but like there are times, you know, I mentioned that you have to do it before you reach the goal ring. No. I phrased that badly. you have to beat the mission and then it ends. There are certain times where the goal ring will be there, but that's because that's just gets the goal ring. I'm pretty sure it's B anyway. But like later times it will probably say like, yeah.
Death to the evil one. Prepare to die, Eggman.
Damn.